SEO for beginners, the must-have number one. Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. Let's talk a little bit about search engine optimization, shall we? If you're not aware of what SEO is, just a quick background. SEO is not only just trying to get optimized for search engines that are the typical search engines. So at one time, in fact, when I first got involved with the SEO world, the main thing was Google. You were focusing on Google, and secondarily, you'd be focusing on, say, Yahoo and Bing or any of the other quote-unquote search engines out there. Nowadays, there are more search engines. There are very subtle differences between them. But even beyond just showing up in Google, you got to look at search engines within different apps and different websites. So you got to think about Amazon sometimes, depending on what it is that you're trying to get people to do or places that you're trying to get people to go. But you got to think about Amazon. You have to think about YouTube. You have to think about Facebook. Each one has their own internal search engines, if you will. And if you're wanting to show up there, you got to think about that. All right. And you got to think about all the different types of media and ways you want to show up in. And it can be really overwhelming. So here's the must have. The number one must have that you got to think about is who you want to click. Who do you want to click and where are you wanting them to go? Now, you probably already know where you want them to go. That's kind of the point of SEO. You got a website, you got a video, you got some place that you're trying to get people to, and you have probably something that you're wanting them to do when they get there. You're wanting them to view a video, you're wanting them to read an article, you're wanting them to purchase an item, what have you. You have a very specific path, but eventually you got to get to who it is, specifically who you're looking to get there. If you're trying to get everybody there, you're going to spin your wheels a lot. You have to know about who it is that you're trying to get there. Who are you definitely not trying to get there? Because if you could define that, then you could define which search engines you need to pay attention to. You know, where does your SEO really need to go? What are the things that people are typing in? How are they searching? And when you know that, you know how to put certain things into your pages, into your videos, into whatever it is that you're trying to get them to. You know how to adjust in order to attract search engine activity, if that makes sense. It's a simple principle, but you can't believe how many businesses I work with. When they're talking SEO, they're not really thinking about the end customer. They're not thinking about the end user, the end audience, the end clicker. But you have to, because that's everything is determined in SEO by who that person is and what they're doing. Yes, there's an algorithm. Yes, there are different ways that Google teaches, that Google does SEO. The way they design their algorithm, and it's constantly changing, and all those rules are things that you do need to know about. But if you don't know the who, if you're not thinking about the end game, your most ideal person, and developing everything around that, then none of the rest of it matters. And SEO isn't that important. The best news is that nowadays, most CMSs that you're using, content management systems, any type of user-friendly apparatus, it's built in to help you to develop good SEO. And they handle a whole lot of the back-end coding, whether you're using YouTube or something like ClickFunnels or something like WordPress. A lot of these things are all handled for you. And the coding automatically attracts search engine activity. But you have to know the who. It all comes back to that one principle. If you understand that, you get a whole long way with SEO before you ever need to hire it out to a professional. You could at least know the basics. If you know the basics of who you're after, what they're typing in, how they're searching for you, or how they ideally you would think they would be searching for you. That'll help you go a long way before you go out and hire someone, although you should really look into hiring a professional eventually. Now, don't hire me. I would help you find somebody to be able to do that for you if you needed that type of help. The people that I end up working with or partner up with are people who already understand me and my methodology. If you're interested at all, go check out my book. It's a short read, really easy, 9 ways to Amazon proof your business. You can get a free copy at amazonproofbook.com. That's all I got for tonight. I hope that was helpful. You have a good one. We'll be back here tomorrow. In the meantime, get out there and just let the magic happen.